Hey, Potato Man.
Since that specific incident, many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. We believe the mental health of our student body is absolutely vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist.
What? They're actually caring about the mental health of the students? What is this? That's actually like good and thoughtful. They're actually doing stuff. I can't believe this.
The floor is yours, Doctor.
Isn't he hot?
I just wanted to say, oh, what a pretty boy.
It's nice to meet you all.
What a pretty boy. Nice hair.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
Okay, simping schoolgirls.
My name is... Huh? My name is Takuto Maruki. Thank you for welcoming me to your school. To be formal with me, though, I'm just interested.
What the heck? That's the thing that would happen to me.
You can even call me Doc if that would help you feel more comfortable.
Bowing into the microphone.
I'll be... Oh. I guess I'm not really any good for helping with money problems.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Maruki.
What kind of microphones are they? Very old since they are changing the voice so much. This guy's new to me. Interesting, so it's part of the royal stuff, right? Hmm.
You ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
Nope.
Well, our school's made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
And Dr. what's his name?
Maruki.
Maruki.
Yeah. Huh, I knew that.
Yeah, wasn't that guy just basically clowning it up on stage?
Hey, he's cute and dorky, and our therapist.
You really think he'll do us any good?
Ryuji.
Hey there.
He looks cute.
Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you...
You know us by name? Hmm. Yeah.
You know our names.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was informed of certain students before beginning my tenure here.
Hmm. From the egg headmaster.
Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here.
To think I'd end up in a castle. Maybe let's not say that. Yeah, it was.
I can definitely believe that.
So, what do you want with us?
Ah, yes, I'd forgotten. I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Wow, so actually like a school counselor. And not just a guidance guy.
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. Ah, but if you come to my office, you can have free snacks.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Snacks in the office.
All you can eat. Would be nice, but there's still plenty to be had. So, how about it?
Is he seriously trying to get us to go to therapy by offering sweets? He's really cute, right? Maruki romance. Tell me more about these snacks. Maybe he's the snack.
For that.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida.
Wow, actually thoughtful stuff.
It's in the school's interests. For its students.
Doubt that though.
Ah, the school's interest, huh?
Doubt.
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot.
Yeah, I remember the first time going to therapy was interesting.
Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience. Ooh, I know. If you attend my counseling sessions, I'll teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity.
I thought we were talking about our problems in Kamoshida. Yeah, this is giving me come to my van after school vibes. A little bit.
Like ways to hone your concentration before exams, or not getting nervous on dates.
What?
How's that sound?
What? You want to give me advices how to not get nervous on dates? Preposterous. Please tell me more. Mental training. If I make good use of this, it may aid in our Phantom Thieves activities too.
There's also snacks.
All right, enough with the snacks.
Tell me more about the snacks.
So, which way are you leaning?
No harm in a little chat with a cute counselor.
I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
And I think that too, besides all the other things.
Yeah.
Really? Then I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's convenient for you.
Well, we should get going.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration.
I'm curious about this whole thing. I mean, also given the extra information that he was added in the royal part. Let's see.
Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
Aha, is he also confident? I think so. That makes it even more curious.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists.
He must have had a good therapist.
One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and there has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know?
Tell me, who was your therapist?
Give me a name.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow.
It sounds a little bit different than usual, right?
It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the counselor persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
I have obtained the winds of blessing. Isn't it usual that the voice says you obtained something, and now it's us? And I mean, there's of course also no counselor arcana. Curious. Using personas of the counselor arcana will now grant you XP due to arcana burst. There's no counselor arcana.
Dude. Sorry for keeping you like this. Well then.
Curious.
Okay, quiet down.
Alright, settle down. I have an addendum to the early assembly regarding the counseling you've all been offered. The counsel will be available to you starting after school today, in the nurse's office. Dr. Maruki will only be posted here through November, so be sure to speak with him soon if you feel the need. For the majority of you, it's your choice whether or not you see him, but there are a few students I'll speak with later. Definitely does. The school's decided. Visits to Dr. Maruki will be mandatory for these individuals. Yo, you guys gonna go for it? What, the counseling? It kinda sounds like we are being forced to. I told the Maruki do it, but I don't know if I'm really going that into that idea, you know? Let's do it. It's part of Royal. We have to do it. Yeah. Probably better not to draw more attention to ourselves anyway. I think I'm gonna try going today. Counseling, huh? Lady Ann's right. Make sure you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself, okay? Was that it for the exams?
Yes. Welcome.
I can't get over how fluffy and cute his hair looks. Welcome. Are you here for a counseling session? Yeah, is now a bad time? Not at all. It's always a good time, so long as I'm not already listening to a student. Interesting that they don't do appointments or stuff like that. And also interesting how many, oh boy, how many pharmaceuticals he has. I'm so glad you're here. Would you care for a snack? What kind of snacks? Just a coffee.
Shall we begin?
Oh, but first, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about.
Yes.
Sure. Although, I really only have one thing on my mind right now anyway. Yes, I'd say that makes perfect sense. But don't force yourself into talking with me. You could even just grab some snacks and be on your way if you wanted. I don't want to work. Please go. No, it's alright. I know I need to talk to someone about this anyway. That is, if you're willing to listen to the super long story. I absolutely am. Take all the time you need. But he seems more considerate than I expected. I see. That's such a horrible thing to do to someone. Yes, that's why I wanted to get even with him. For Shiho. And? At first, I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate Shiho was going to put herself through. But... Later, I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shiho's suffering. In fact, it just gave him the easy way out.
Right.
Is that so? You know, you're quite the wise, level-headed young woman, Takamaki-san. Huh? I think you've got the wrong... Nope. In fact, I think you're wiser than I was at your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. I mean, we changed his heart, but hey... If I hadn't gone through my own share of hell, I don't think I'd be so mature either. I see. So, what's on your mind now? Right now, I'm just hoping Shiho will get better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but I just want to get back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Now, that's a healthy outlook. Is that true, though? I hope it is. But I don't know. You can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press onwards. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it'd definitely be better if none of this ever happened, but...
Quite.
I definitely agree with you there. But it's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
If only, right? Everyone would be so much happier if we could just actually do that. Oh, it seems like I lost track of time. Also feel that. Like, at least when I have my therapy sessions, they always end more like... It seems like way too soon. Even though sometimes I feel like time is going by very slowly. It always ends like... still very quickly somehow. We should wrap up things here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh no, thank you. I feel a ton better now that I've all of that off my chest.
Be careful, okay?
Good to hear that. You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again anytime.
Okay.
Will do. See you around. And I mean, she actually made use of it. Nice. Well, I went in for counseling. You're going to go soon, right, Akira? How'd it go? Well, it only wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should just go and give it a shot. Dr. Marek is easier to talk to than you'd think. Okay, see you tomorrow. Didn't you have a counseling appointment? We have an appointment? That's in the nurse office in the practice building, right? I just pass time in the area until you're done. Oh, it's Kasumi.
How are you?
Ah, hello. Are you here for a session as well? That's right. Is that so? Dr. Marek is a wonderful counselor. Didn't you just see him like once? I've actually been seeing him for a while. Oh, before he ever came to Shujin. Some questions are answered pretty quickly. Oh, I didn't know you two were acquainted. Don't go overselling me too hard though, Yoshizawa-san. I'm really nothing special. Well, I need to get going. Please, excuse me. Even with all the bowing.
Alright then.
Let's say we get started. Alright, Mr. Dreamy Hair. Thank you for coming. You know, we made a deal. What? Interesting, we even get notes with him. Well, I tried to make sure it's worth the trouble. That was the wrong voice.
I see.
I see. Thank you. I think I've gotten a good grasp of the situation you are in, Kurusu-kun. Well, full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here. So much for my privacy. You know, I'm doing okay now. But you weren't before, I take it. Try not to push yourself too hard, okay?
So...
Now that you've told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. It seems like you're largely being able to reconcile your internal world with your external one. That sounds pretty much like cognition and stuff like that. I should note that that's really, truly impressive. Even most adults can't reliably manage that. How to put it? You know how everyone has an internal reality, some conception of themselves they are striving for.
For example...
Like wanting to be a model student or wanting to be loved and relied on. That kind of thing. But that idealized reality and the one in actuality are often far apart. That gap is responsible for a lot of people's pain. Yeah. Like your hopes and dreams and what actually works. Or, well, doesn't work, I guess. There's some truth to it. Not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. You've already been through so much, that kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up in dark places. But you're standing up to it, and you're confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. Then again, maybe that's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh? Kinda creepy. It sounds a lot like therapist talk, I gotta say. But it sounds right. Not even any deflecting self-depreciation. You really are strong, Kurusu-kun.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. Sorry, this went on longer than I expected. Somehow the conversation just took on a life on its own, I guess.
Say...
Hey, I've actually got one last request. Do you mind?
You know,
I'm actually doing certain research along with my duties as a counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment. Oh no, is it like Takemi stuff? Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts. What they think, how they feel.
How about it?
How do you do research with that? And aren't you supposed to like counsel the pupils? If I get far enough with it, I think I'll be able to help a lot of people, so... I'll need more details.
Sorry.
I guess my point is, I'd like to ask you to help me with that research. All you'd have to do is listen to my theories and then tell me if they spark any ideas or realizations on your end. This is not how therapy usually goes. Okay, I'm the therapist, but now you listen to me. Please, anytime's good for me. I can work around your schedule. And I've got a lot of snacks too. You can have them. They're yours. Yeah, it's kind of odd, right? Why me, though? Well, to be honest, sometimes I hit a wall in my research. I've been working on it alone, but some second opinions from a perspective like yours could really push it forward. Let's ask a random pupil. Oh, and don't worry, I promise I'll repay you for it.
Well,
Let's see. I know, maybe I could teach you some tips for mental training. Not to get nervous on dates. I happen to know a lot on the subject. I'm sure I can cook up a special regimen for you. If you're dedicated enough, I'm sure you could draw out your full potential.
thank you.
Okay, I guess that's our second deal. I'm very curious to see where this is going to go. When Joker's inflicted with an ailment, he may recover immediately. Sounds
Alright.
good.
I know.
Alright, would it be okay if we traded contact information? Okay. I'll contact you when I've got time or when I need some input from you. That's odd. That should do it. Now, I'd better do my part to repay you. Let's talk about mental training and presents. Let's see. First off. Oh, that's not appropriate at all. You don't say, Alistair. Hey, I'm your therapist. Might I use you as input? But I gotta say, Alistair, I think that's not worse than what Takemi is doing. Then again... Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of similar. Thanks to Mariki's mental training, my mind feels stronger.
Alright.
Your max SP is increased by 5. Woohoo! Oh, and here, never bad time for a snack, huh? Non-static gum.
Well, see you.
Thank you for your help today. I'll see you around at school. Love is blind, Ethan. Fair, Alistair, fair. I guess I'm forgiving Maruki a little bit more than Takemi. We can split the weird doctors across, right? You get her, I get him. We're both happy. Really spent a long time talking to Maruki. Look how late it is. Well, if you think the sessions are worthwhile, you should try going again sometime. But we should definitely get some sleep for now. Tomorrow's your last day of exams, right? Can we do something tonight? I can't. No, I don't think so. Nope. Right. I think I'm not saving enough currently, so let's save. Because, I mean, look at that. That's like 1.5 hours between the saves. We should do that. I hate that we need to go to bed. I mean, we just had therapy. Why can't we do anything else? Which is, of course, a joke. Depending on what you talk about, you really just want to go to bed afterwards. So, here we go.